What's going on, guilty guys and gals? Well, that was a bad start. Welcome back to Draw. I think we're about to go to sleep and then a murder is going to happen. I believe that's what's going on. Yeah. Great. What was I going to say? There was something I was going to say. I do not remember. Maybe it will come back to me. Today seems to have passed pretty quick. The motive was a big shock to us from the morning. Everyone's still in a panic because of it since we parted off. If this persists, things are only going to get worse. I hope it's not too late. I've got to talk with reliable friends like Tsurugi and Kyoka and stop the prevailing doubt from spreading. Organizing the busy thoughts in my head, I soon drifted off to sleep. Oh, what a bright and beautiful morning! Woohoo! Hello, everyone! You know. Let's do this. The sooner the better. I should start with calling the others. Morning. Do, 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 do. Whoa, you scared me. Tsurugi? Ah, Yuki. I was about to knock on your door. What's the matter? I have something to say to you all, so I'm gathering everyone at the diner. Can you head there and wait until I finish calling the others? Gathering everyone. This looks good. It's exactly what I was about to do. Tsurugi's always quick to put plans into action. Sure. Thanks. Go ahead. I'll be done soon. Okay, cool. Tsurugi, he sent us here first and still doesn't seem to be finished. Nonetheless, it's relief that we gathered here, just as we always have. I did worry if yesterday's events would have torn our trust apart. Well, it will be if things don't turn out well in this meeting.
Are you still thinking about the video? That must be Monokuma's trick, to confuse us and make us fight each other. Who knows? You never know who's gonna stab you in the back. Mitch is right. I'm gonna listen to Tsurugi for now, but if I can't get rid of the thought that someone in here is thinking of murder... No, that's not true. Let's have a real talk when everyone gets here. Then we can look for solutions. Speaking of everyone, what's keeping Kyoka and Mikaru so late? I find it strange also. Perhaps Mr. Kinjo is on his way to call them? Opens the door. Everybody turns around. What is that? It's like that meme image, you know? Everybody's looking at you. You guys, did Mikaru or Kyoka come here? Huh? No, we kept staying here since you called us. They're gone. I can't find Kyoka Maki or Rei Mikaru. What? Could they still be sleeping? At the restroom? I don't think they would oversleep. Those two were quite the early birds, even out of the girls. Sorry, but I have to ask you all to come out and help me search for Kyoka and Mikaru. Are you okay? You don't look so good. Wait a minute. If the early birds aren't showing up, something must have happened, huh? To them? Don't tell me. What are you talking about? That's not possible. They're just late. Anyway, let's be quick. Alright. Kyoka and Mikaru disappeared. Did something happen to those two? No way. That's impossible. But then, what is this dreadful sensation pressing against my heart? I decided to put off those distracting thoughts and join the search. Ayame, did you find them? Unfortunately, no. It looks like they're not in their rooms. I tried knocking on their doors and ringing the bell, but there was no response. Wouldn't Tsurugi have done that first? Come on. It might be because they're still asleep, but I don't think those two would ever sleep in. I'm not surprised about Mikaru, but Kyoka was an early bird too? Yes. 2 days ago, Akane, Kyoka, and I had a talk with each other.
I saw that Kyoka was a very diligent person, contrary to my first impressions. Anyhow, where could they possibly be? I'm even more concerned because of yesterday's mess. Maybe they're just not opening their door. Like, I know that's not what's happening, but maybe they just don't want to, like, see you people because you could murder them? Just saying. I mean, Kyoka, it's less likely for her, but I guess that's why Yuki said, I can understand Makaru, you know. Don't worry. They'll be fine. Nothing would have happened. What was that? It sounded like Akane in the girls' restroom. Let's hurry. Dude. Didn't Satsuki say they were like, oh, maybe they're just having a rest in the restroom? Would that not make her suspicious? Anyway. Akane, what happened? Is there something inside? Just push her over. I clutched my palpitating heart and pushed Akane to the side. Trembling with extreme anxiety, I stepped forward to look inside the girls' restroom. Yuki, you can't! It's the girls' restroom! No, that can't be. This shouldn't be a big deal. Yeah, there's no way that could happen. I thought he already saw it. No, he didn't. No way. Oh, nice. We got a little video. Oh, and it's like the Danganronpa 1 versions where, like, they slide into view, sort of. That's good. I like that better than just the, you know, here's a body. It's a little bit more dynamic. Anyway, what I found there was no longer with her usual vitality. The lifeless body of the ultimate sniper, Kyoka Maki. I never even got to find out why her talent was that. Poor Kyoka Maki. Truly did not deserve. Wow. Nice. I like those little echoing despair, an eye for an eye, a death for a death. Well, I suppose that is how this game works, yeah. What is it, Yuki? Let me look too. This can't be. Kyoka's. Ding dong.
A body has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, a class trial will begin.
What was that announcement?
Before that, we need to tell the others.
I'll go then. I was still screaming on the spot, and by the time I regained my composure, everyone else was gathered in front of that girl's restroom. Now, okay, we're all going to take turns looking in and screaming. You suggested this.
It's not a surprise party.
No way! Someone's actually dead?
Uh-huh.
I didn't want to believe the announcement when I heard it. How could this happen?
When the announcement came, I felt that something sinister were due to occur. It seems like my senses were unfortunately correct. For now, let us wish that she may find peace.
Kyoka, just why? You didn't deserve this.
Kyoka, what made you like this? Damn it, damn it.
I can't believe it. How could I let something like this happen? I don't deserve to be called a police officer.
I must be having a bad dream. Can somebody wake me up? Guys, anyone?
Why did this happen? I can't understand it. Weren't we all good friends?
Papa. Okay.
Somebody's murdered for real?
Kyoka. Well, what are we doing then? Do I have to go in? The dreadful scene was still visible inside the girl's restroom. Yuki, it's dangerous to go in.
Okay, but why? I mean, it's the little exclamation point that appeared on his nose.
But
He's right. I heard this from Monokuma the other day while walking in the hallway. The machine guns will roast us into ashes if we try to enter the restroom of the opposite sex.
But Kyoka's in there, and we can't even check on her?
Yuki, calm yourself. Let the girls get to her.
No, please don't. I ask you all to refrain from doing anything that might disturb the crime scene.
Tsurugi, I don't think you have to act like a policeman here. A friend of ours died, and you're just acting like it's another day on your job.
I apologize. I'm also reflecting on my own inability that caused this tragedy. I don't deserve to stand here with you. But still, I ask for your cooperation. We have to investigate the situation and find the truth.
The truth? What do you mean by that?
Why do you think Kyoka died? Or tell me, were you thinking she just killed herself because of that rope around her neck?
Then Kyoka was really murdered?
Hello! Bingo! That would be correct. Kyokamaki was murdered.
Monokuma, you son of a bitch!
Wait a second. Isn't it still possible for her to have killed herself? We haven't even started the investigation yet.
Suicide? Nonsense! I can say this for sure. Kyoko was murdered by another person. And the perpetrator of such a crime is, of course, one of you guys. That can't be true. One of us is the culprit. Certainly, that someone must have wanted to get out so badly after seeing my motive video yesterday. Not that I will be the blame for it. Not that I will blame anyone for it. That's what I said. After all, it's just natural human tendency. You really can't call that wrong, can you?
Nothing is wrong about a murder. Do you not know that homicide is the worst possible crime a person can commit?
Silly girl, that type of reasoning only works outside. You live in a different world now, one that consists entirely of this school. In other words, the only law that exists here is the school regulations.
There's really a murderer among us? Blue sus.
Who is it? Who's the killer?
You damned criminal. Stop this bullshit now.
Eek, you're scaring me. A friendly reminder that bear hunting is illegal here. Anyway, don't be so mad. Relax. I'm here to help, not to harm.
Help?
You see, boys, weren't you having trouble because you couldn't enter the girls' restroom? But that will prevent a fair investigation from happening. So, for this case, the restroom censor will be disabled until the end of the class trial. Of course, that doesn't mean you can do whatever you want. As the headmaster, I promote healthy relationships between boys and girls. Investigation? For what? When a friend of ours just died? Investigate the case for the upcoming class trial. What else could it be?
Class trial?
That's right. Didn't I tell you? In order to graduate, you have to win the class trial after murdering someone. How will the Blackened deceive the others while hiding their own identity? How will the remaining Spotless find the Blackened? The thrills. And if the investigation is all for that, have you ever seen a detective who points out the culprit without any prior investigation?
You bastard, you gotta be kidding us.
Well, spend your time wisely till I call you again. Last but not least, here's a bonus for y'all. I'll give you this, namely the Monokuma file. It's meant to be a guide to those who haven't encountered this kind of situation before.
Which I guess is important because, Tsurugi.
It contains some useful information like the cause of death and fatal injury. Well, some of you are experts in this field and may not need it. But it doesn't hurt to have one, does it? Don't you want one too? Here you go.
The cause of death? How could you know that?
Because I saw it through the surveillance camera, idiot. What do you think I'm doing at night? Hibernating? Wrong. I'm always watching you.
Who would be saying this?
Would that mean you already know the culprit?
Would that mean you already know the culprit? Glad to hear it. I was wondering if Monokuma was trying to trick us again. As long as I have a fair game, I'm fine.
Mikaru? Where have you been all this time?
At the entrance to investigate. I came here when I heard a body was discovered.
Sure took you long enough. Liar.
What?
How can you be this late when there's a murder? Especially when you love to be so nosy like that.
Yeah, right. How are you the only one missing when we were all here?
What are these morons talking about?
Just confess it already. Aren't you the killer?
I love this archetype of like this high and mighty person who's like, I'm above all of you and I'm so smart, I've already figured everything out. When in reality, like, if the entire group hates you, if they all vote you, you die anyway. Like, you didn't win.
Wait, stop. It's not the time to fight against each other. What's this? Now I'm suddenly left out. Well, fine. I won't let this get to me. Everyone, good luck on the investigation and see you later.
This isn't the time to fight each other. We have to figure out which one of us betrayed the group.
After Monokuma left, no one dared to let out a word for a very long time.
You're wasting your time. Investigate, idiots.
It was only natural. One of the 14 people standing here has murdered Kyoka. The familiar tension in the atmosphere, eyes doubting each other. The conflict is already at its climax.
So, are we planning to do this forever?
Huh?
Will we stand here for the remainder of all of our time, do nothing at all? Monokuma has said that a punishment awaits the losing party of the trial.
Punishment? Does that mean execution?
Indeed, we all die if we fail to find the truth. That's why we have to do this.
I have to do this. I'll die if I don't. By doing this, I'll need to question every one of us and point someone out as the culprit. Still, I must do it. I don't want to die. If I want to survive, it's inevitable. When I became aware of my surroundings again, I found myself unknowingly entering the girls' restroom. It hurt that I had to doubt a friend, but a weird and yet more intense feeling was boiling up inside of me. I want to know. Why did this happen to Kyoka? Who's the culprit that killed her? I want to find out. Curiosity took over reason. And what do I want to do with it? I want to find that out as well. For now, it may be better to follow this intense craving for knowledge. Damn. I will do it. I'll expose the culprit and survive this game. That's the only option I have, right?
Why is there goop? Before starting the investigation, let's read the Monokuma file. Okay. Oh, it's like on the floor. Okay. The victim is Kyoka Maki. The estimated time of death is around 6 o'clock a.m. The body was discovered hanging in the girls' restroom of the student dormitory. 6 a.m.? That's not that long ago. The cause of death is a contusion on the occiput. There seems to have been excessive blood loss from the wound. Okay, I think contusion is a word. Occiput? I'm not so sure about that. Let's see. Hold on, I'm searching it. You could just say, like, the back of the head, because I'm imagining that's what it is, because that's where the occipital lobe is, but... Yeah, it's the back of the head. You didn't have to use the fancy medical term for it. This is supposed to be so that, like, regular people can understand what happened, right? And a contusion is like a yeah, it's a bruise. Okay. Cool. I picked up my controller. I can't use that. Excessive blood loss from a wound. So it's open. It's an open wound. So not a contusion. Whatever. We're continuing.
Is this it? Some more information would have helped. Well, I guess I'll have to start from here. Let's check anything that looks suspicious, and it might be a good idea to talk with other people so we can share our knowledge. I'll find out the truth. Yes, I will.
Your investigation has begun. You'll have to collect truth bullets that will be used as evidence. Go everywhere you can reach, and look closely at suspicious objects to collect truth bullets. Class trial will begin once you collect all of them. Investigate thoroughly. Oh, and here's a handy tip. When you press shift, a mark will appear on top of things where you can find evidence. It's entirely separate from the usual blue exclamation part. Use it wisely. Check on the truth bullets you have. Yep. Oh, thanks. Oh, interesting. That's pretty useful.
There's something on the wall. A viscous liquid with a dark yellow color is splattered on the wall.
Is it like glue?
It felt more slippery than I thought when I gently touched it. It's oddly disturbing. I tried smelling the liquid on my finger.
Gross.
Oh, it stinks. What is this smell? It's somehow familiar.
Have you smelled that liquid?
Please never say that to me ever again. Yeah. Do you know what this is?
Well, I cannot say for certain, but I believe the odor is closest to that of rubber.
So it's like melted rubber?
Rubber? Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate. But it's not just rubber. It smells terrible, like an ugly mixture of rubber and oil. It's on the floor, too. What do you think it is? Maybe it's been here since the first day. No, that's unlikely.
And does it not look like that stain is heading towards Kyoka's body?
Kinji made a convincing point. An explanation I can think of is the liquid trickled down the wall and to the floor, eventually flowing toward Kyoka's body. I think this is an important piece of evidence related to the case, too. But I still don't have enough clues yet.
This is our first clue. What do you mean? Of course we don't.
Mikako, what are you staring at like that?
The rope there.
Rope?
It's strange.
The rope hanging Kyoka is strange?
The hook.
Huh? Oh, she's right. I was too shocked by the sight of Kyoka's corpse to notice it earlier, but now I see that a rope is fixed to the ceiling bar with a hook. But how is it strange? It was probably just used to hold the rope in place.
If it was done from the inside, it cannot be tied like that.
Huh? What do you mean? Oh, I thought we were finally having an actual conversation, but she went silent again. Still, she must know something. That means there's something about that hook.
Hook.
Kyoka, damn it! You were all right last night. We had fun together.
It's only a few hours since we last talked with her.
But this is reality, right? I can't let myself be overtaken by grief. I can't say I'm smart, but I'll try my best out of my ability. I'm gonna find out who did this to you, Kyoka.
Let's help each other out.
I see.
Teruya, are you okay?
Can't believe someone really died. A real dead person.
Teruya, it's not that I don't feel sad like you, but if we don't do this, we're gonna be killed.
I can't do it. And how am I supposed to investigate while feeling like this? With someone who might be a murderer.
Listen, I won't force you to do anything you don't like. But if you keep being negative like that, we might lose an opportunity to uncover the truth. And that'll mean game over for us. If that's what you want, keep standing there like that.
That was like oddly aggressive. After being like, you can do whatever you want, man. Like, just take it at your own pace. But, you know, we could lose if you keep standing there like a loser. Kanata, thank goodness we have a surgeon.
Kanata, are you alright? Maybe you should stop standing there like a loser.
Okay.
It hurts me emotionally to do this, but I shouldn't avoid it, right? Because this is our only option.
Yes, it's the only thing we can do.
I'll do everything I can to help everyone as much as possible, so we can uncover the truth.
Thanks. Did you read the Monokuma file?
Yes, there wasn't anything particularly remarkable.
Kanata, do you think we can trust the Monokuma file? I mean, it might give us false information to throw us off.
I came up with the same question and examined the body myself. And I'm sure the information given in the Monokuma file is true. The time and cause of death mostly seem to match.
I see. I thought it could be Monokuma's trap. Guess I should start from there, though there are very little clues.
This is just my opinion, but don't you think Miss Maki's body looks a bit odd?
Odd.
My examination results agree with the Monokuma file statement that the cause of death was a contusion to the occiput. Occiput? I don't know. That would mean Miss Maki's fatal injury was on the back of her head. Then why is she hanged?
Oh yeah, I don't see any reason for the culprit to hang her, unless they were planning to choke her to death.
I was puzzled also and proceeded to check Miss Maki's neck. The rope isn't even that tight. When a person is hanged, there should be clear marks, or, in worst cases, blue discolorations on the skin that was in contact with the rope.
We call those bruises.
And there is barely a mark on her neck, and I can't quite understand the cause. Judging from the state of the body, I would rather say the rope had simply wrapped around her neck than hanged her.
So, Kyoka wasn't hanged? We know the actual cause of death is a contusion. The rope has nothing to do with it. But then why? I think this will be important. Thank you, Kanata.
My pleasure. My medical knowledge is far from perfect, but I'm glad that it can help you. If only I was skilled enough to bring the dead back to life, Miss Maki wouldn't have gone through all of this.
I mean, she still would have, but then she would come back. No one can ever bring a dead person back to life, so don't blame yourself, Kanata.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Maida. I'll continue the autopsy in case I missed anything, and I feel bad for Miss Maki when I leave her alone, so...
Just don't push yourself too hard.
Alright. I think that's everything in here. Let me just check. Oh, I have to actually look at the body myself. It's kind of awkward. Oh my god, I got sticky keysed. Okay. For pressing shift too many times.
Kyoka's body. Ugh. This is a real death of a human. As I watched from up close, I felt like I was becoming extremely closer to death itself. Kyoka. Last night, it was Kyoka who saved me from losing my mind after watching The Motive. In a situation where you can't even trust yourself, her bright smile drove my negative thoughts away. Why did this happen to you? Why couldn't it have happened to Ray? Gosh dang it. I shouldn't run away from reality. No matter what, I have to face it and move forward for Kyoka's sake. I think professionals like Tsurugi and Kanata already examined the body, but it wouldn't be a bad idea to look over it myself. Sorry, Kyoka. I'll check your body really quick. Struggling to keep myself from retching, I inspected Kyoka's body. According to the Monokuma file, the death happened about 3 hours ago. Only 3 hours have passed, but there wasn't even a tiny bit of life left in Kyoka's body. Anyway, the Monokuma file said the cause of death is a contusion on the occiput. I can carefully examine the back of Kyoka's head. Wow, it looks like there's a little bit of blood there. There really was a large bruise on Kyoka's head. It created a giant dip on her skin. Something's not right. How is there not a single drop of blood on the body when there's an injury like this? The culprit could have wiped it away to get rid of remaining evidence, but that would be pointless since the Monokuma file tells us everything.
To be fair, they probably didn't know about that, considering we just found out about it right now. But still.
Kyoka. Huh? What's this? While examining Kyoka's body, I suddenly realized she was holding something in her hand.
Good job. I guess it's only been 3 hours. I'm going to say rigor mortis, but whatever.
This looks like a piece of paper. With some effort, I pulled out a scrap of paper that seemed to have been ripped out of a notepad from Kyoka's stiffening clutch. A notepad. I wonder if it's from the ones Monokuma put in each of our rooms. There's something written on the paper. To the laundry room at 6. To any cam be waiting. This would be a fairly important piece of evidence. 6 o'clock is precisely Kyoka's time of death. The killer must have called Kyoka with this.
Torn note.
I don't think there's anything else special. Plus, I don't want to touch a dead friend's body any longer. I silently prayed for her. Oh, there's a small bloodstain right in front of Kyoka's body. A bloodstain? Does that mean the hanging has nothing to do with the case? I'm sure hanging itself doesn't make you bleed. But there wasn't any notable bloodstains on her. All that I found was a thick clot smeared on the hair near her bruise. I suppose the culprit wiped off the blood on the body.
Bloodstain your body. Now, I already know how this case, like the actual method of killing worked. I don't know the finer details, of course, because I looked at, like, a summary for Straw 2. But, still interesting to see how it all comes together. Oh, hi, Akane.
Yuki, what are we supposed to do? Someone actually died.
The situation might seem hopeless, but we have to try. If we don't, then we're going to die too.
We're gonna die?
Monokuma told us in the class trial, if we fail to uncover the truth, we are going to be executed.
We can't let that happen.
What I'm saying is, it's hard to face what happened to Kyoka, but for her sake, we need to figure out the truth.
Okay, I'll do it for Kyoka. I'm not much of an intellect, but I'll do everything I can. And when I find the truth, I will never forgive the person who murdered Kyoka.
She seems to feel a bit better.
I'm just staring at a plant. Go away. Damn it. Why do I have to do this?
Kizuna?
What the? Who is it?
It's me, Yuki. Did I really surprise you that much?
Yuki, it wasn't you, right? You're not the killer.
Of course not. I would never kill someone.
Yeah, it's easy for anybody to say that.
Kizuna, I'll see you in a few trials, alright?
Whatever this class trial is, I don't care. I just want to get out of this fucking place.
Kizuna, try to calm down.
Just leave me alone. I don't want to talk with someone who might be a murderer.
Hey, you and Teruya should really hang out. I think you got a lot in common. It seems like Kyoka's death caused her to completely lose her trust in us.
Oh, Kyoko's doing so right. What are you looking at, useless?
That's not even a good burn. Come on. Mikaru, when the murder happened, what made you come late?
Why should I tell you? Besides, I told you not to talk to me. I was investigating at the entrance hall. There was something of particular interest.
Was it more important than a friend's death?
Friend? Since when were you guys and I friends?
You...
Well, I'll admit an actual murder happening was beyond my expectation, but should I be shocked by every single incident that occurs here?
Hey, friend or not, I don't think that's how we should react to a person's death.
So what? I was born like this. That's why I'm different from the rest of you. Why don't you quit wasting your time and go investigate? The class trial is a piece of cake for me, but I'm not going to offer any help.
What? Why not? If you don't help us, we're all gonna die. You know that, right? Right? Anyway, are you saying you already cracked the case?
Absolutely.
Are you playing me for a fool? The whole murder case is a joke. Not because you're the culprit? Now look who's treating an innocent person like a criminal just because I was late. Also, it's your attitude, but, you know. Suspecting your friend to be a murderer, isn't that the mutual trust you guys were so busy talking about? But I don't know the culprit yet, and you look like the most suspicious right now because of that extra time you took. Suppose I am the culprit. Can you give me a reason why I would commit murder? Do you think I'm foolish enough to be swayed by some dumb video? Okay. Then give a proper explanation. There's no evidence to back up your claim. Are you an idiot? Sure, there's no evidence nor any witnesses. But even if I was late for another reason, nothing would change from the truth. Coming late to the murder scene despite the announcement is suspicious enough. This is a waste of time. Get lost if you don't get what I'm saying. I have things to check on and I can't spare time for morons. Man, I'm so glad you have a change of heart in the next game. Mikaru, why do you always have to... Jeez, what a nuisance. Why are you acting so friendly anyway? Didn't you get enough? If you still want more, go see that brawny lawyer. He'll prove my innocence. What? Rei Mikaru. I can't understand her. Disregarding everyone else for incompetence, not even caring the slightest bit about the murder. I'll have to admit, her reasoning and research skills are exceptional, and becoming a top university professor at her age certainly isn't an easy thing to do. But did she have to be so hostile and antagonistic all the time? I guess this isn't the time to think about that. The class trial will start soon. I need to dig up more details about the culprit. The brawny lawyer Mikaru mentioned. That must be Kakeru. She said he'll prove her innocence. I should go talk to him. Are you in the storage room? No. Is anybody over here I can talk to? Oh yeah, Tsurugi. Hey, Yuki. How's your investigation going? Well, I can't say for sure. Would you come look over here? Look at what? The door? Don't you see that? Yeah, I see that it's your room. This is a key piece of evidence. Your room is a key piece of evidence? Did Tsurugi just lose it? Oh man, he was our best shot. Not the room. Look at the nameplate. I don't know what you're trying to say, Tsurugi. I see that it's your room, but... This is not my room. Huh? What do you mean by that? I don't exactly know what happened, and how the nameplates got switched. They're switched? Yes, with Kyoka's. She happens to be the victim of this case. Come over here. This is my actual room. That's... Next to the door that Tsurugi pointed out as his room was a plate that read Kyoka Maki. I noticed it when I was going around to call you guys in the morning. I wasn't aware of the murder back then, so I assumed I could manage it later. But looking back now, I think this tells me the overall flow of events. You can see what happened just from this? Well, roughly, combined with evidence gathered from other places. I have some experience in this field, after all. Oh, right, he's the ultimate police officer. He encountered actual murder cases before. He would certainly know what to do in this sort of situation. Switch nameplates. Yuki, besides that, I need to know something. Do you know who switched the nameplates around? Even if you say so. I remember from last night. Woo! It's Haruhiko! Take a drink while this flashback is happening. Seems how I just told you. Pick up the broken pieces, Haruhiko. I think I know who it was. Really? But even if he did, why? Make sure to hold on tight to that information. This nameplate, it's most likely related to the root cause of Kyoka's death. Tsurugi, are you okay with me not telling you who switched the nameplates? I could do it, it'd be pretty easy. I won't mind it, but there's no need if I know you know who it was. We'll talk more in the class trial. If it bugs you so much, you could try talking with that person right now. The person who switched the nameplates, it must have been Him. Let's go ask.
Anybody else hanging around? Diddle-diddle-diddle-doo, diddle-diddle-doo. Nope. Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure he's in here. Is there anybody in the boys' bathroom? No. Haruhiko.
Yuki, sorry for not being much help. I'm trying my best to investigate, but I don't understand anything. What should I do?
Hey, Haru. I have a question for you.
Huh? For me? What is it?
When we were with Kyoka and Satsuki last night, what did you do after getting back from the restroom?
Oh, that? You know, that I broke the nameplates, right? So I just put the new ones back up like Monokuma told me to. You guys were gone by then. I was a bit lonely doing it all by myself, you know.
Is that all?
Huh? What's the matter, Yuki? Did I say something wrong? I went straight to bed after putting them back up.
So, the two nameplates you broke yesterday, did they belong to Kyoka and Tsurugi?
I almost said Satsuki.
Kyoka and Tsurugi. Yeah, I think so.
I'll be frank here. Since last night, the nameplates on Kyoka and Tsurugi's rooms got switched.
Switch?
Yeah, Tsurugi said it'll be an important piece of evidence, but I couldn't think of anyone else than you who could have messed with them. And one of the switched nameplates belongs to Kyoka, the victim. Isn't this too much to be a coincidence?
Wait a second. Switched? They were switched? Did I?
What is it, Haru?
That's probably my fault that the nameplates were switched.
So you really did? Why did you switch them? Is it because you're the culprit?
No, trust me, please. I'm innocent.
Okay, I trust you.
Oh, that was really easy. Okay.
So, could you explain why you switched the nameplates then?
Well, actually, I normally don't pay a lot of attention to the dorm rooms, so it was a bit difficult to see whose room was whose. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't sure where Kyoka and Tsurugi's nameplates originally were. Plus, that restroom trip in the middle just kept adding to the confusion, and I didn't want to bother anyone when they'd already gone to sleep. So I just kind of put them back based on my vague memory. But I must have done it wrong. I'm sorry.
So that's what happened. Alright, I don't know how this connects to the case yet, but it seems like an important clue.
I really didn't know. Don't assume I'm the culprit just because I did that.
I won't. Thank you for telling me the truth.
Haruhiko's account. Very nice. Well, I guess I can check out the laundry room. Oh, I gotta talk to Mitchell.
Damn, this isn't ordinary business that's going on. That goddamn Monokuma. Person died and we aren't allowed to give any time for our condolences. Oh, okay.
Monokuma can really be cruel at times.
Yuki, you got any ideas about the culprit? Who we voting for?
No, not yet.
Me neither. God, hope we're not doomed yet.
Is anybody in the dining hall? Oh, Ayame.
I'm thoroughly investigating every section of the building, but the diner seems to have little relevance to the murder. You're probably right, but we wouldn't want to overlook any clues, so let's search more carefully. Our lives are on the line.
Do 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 do.
Is this... The sudden sight took me by surprise. Blood? In the laundry room? Wait, but the body is in the girl's restroom. Why is blood splattered all over here on the floor? Bloodstain in the laundry room. What can I infer from this? I can infer from this is... Could it be?
Whoa. Laundry room bloodstain. There we go. That's it, though. Crazy. Why didn't he just wipe up that blood? Or why didn't they? Whoops. Try not to spoil it. Door is still locked. Oh.
Yuki, what do we do? Kyoka's really dead?
Calm down, Satsuki. I know it can be confusing, but if you give up here, everything will be over for real. Think of what you can do right now.
Yes, so Satsuki came on an expedition to investigate the school building because nobody seems to care about it. And I got 0 clues.
Cheer up. Just remember we need to investigate to move forward.
Okay. Ugh. What is it now? What did you come to me for again?
Well, you said there was something that caught your interest. I was wondering what it was.
Which happens to be none of your business. Didn't I also say I wouldn't give you any help? It's more of a minor thing. Look inside the shop if you're curious. And a useless guy like you won't see it anyway.
This is the antique store. A place filled with bizarre odds and ends not found anywhere else in the building. I thought the culprit might have gotten the tools for murder from here, but I didn't come in here very often. Everything looks the same. If only we had an expert on the store. Wait a minute. Wasn't there someone... Stores sell things. Who's an expert of selling things? That person might know something about this. I should go ask him.
Taruya!
I wonder how this got here. Is this a billiards cue stick?
Wasn't this full before? I'm not sure. If I'm honest, I'm not sure. Let's talk to Taruya one more time. Best boy Taruya, and then we'll end off the episode. Taruya, I need your help. Stop vomiting.
Yuki, what should I do?
Snap out of it, Taruya. We need to uncover the truth.
But how can I walk around like nothing's happened when someone's dead for real? And we have to walk by her body every time we come in and out of this place.
Nobody thinks that nothing's happened. We're only putting our feelings aside for something more important. You need to get over that
despair. Even if you say so, my speciality is appraising and selling things, not this kind of job. And it's one of those fields where I screw up a bunch of it.
No, there's something that I need you to do. That's why I came to you in the first place.
Something I can do? Oh, yeah!
Taruya, didn't you visit the antique store pretty often?
The antique store? It's true, I took quite an interest in that place. It has a ton of items of considerable worth. Speaking of that, I think the room looked a bit different this morning from what it did before.
Really? Are you sure?
I think so. I checked the place when we were looking for Kyoka and Mikaru, and the layout of the room was slightly off from normal.
You memorized the whole layout of the room?
What you mean, the whole layout? It's common sense that a product needs to be in the perfect layout to convey its full value to the customers. When I was 6, I learned that the hard way, how much the layout can influence daily sales.
If you say so, then it must be true.
Wait, why was the layout suddenly out of place?
About the rope and hook, Taruya. Did you see them at the antique store?
I don't know. I didn't look over everything in there yet. But I can say this for sure. The storage didn't have anything like those. I'm positive.
Then the culprit may have gotten the supplies needed for the murder from the antique store.
How'd you figure that out? You're smart.
Because of what you just told me, Taruya. It's all thanks to you.
Thanks to me? Oh, hell yeah!
Are you starting to feel better now? Always bright and cheerful. That's the Taruya I know.
Yuki, you've barely known me for that long.
You'd be surprised.
You're right. I feel better after all this talking. Everyone will feel sad. I'm not an exception. But there's moments in life where we must do things we don't want to, right? Let's find the culprit who murdered Kyoka. We'll figure out the truth.
Alright, that was Yuki. Never mind.
Yeah, of course we will. We can get there. Let's do this.
I think I was able to cheer Taruya up a bit. That's a relief. Anyway, if what Taruya said is true, the culprit should be someone who went to the antique store after yesterday.
Taruya's account. Alright, that's where we're saving and quitting. Next time, we'll probably see the trial. I don't know how the trials work in this game. We'll see if it's sketchy or not. It could be. You never know. Just because it's, limited hardware. Software, I guess. But you know what I mean. Thank you so much for watching. if you did enjoy this episode of Finding a Dead Body,
Do you want to see a dead body?
leave a like, subscribe, comment
Do you want to see a dead body?
in the comments. It'll be great. All right. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, y'all.
Y'all. Okay, bye.